pitched really well in the pen over the last several years. I think he's over the last 3 years, he's got a 190 batting average against lefties. Also got righties out. I'm really excited to add him veteran leadership that just takes the ball and can go get outs with the rest of that group.
When did this kind of start coming together with you and the Giants?
We've had conversations about this over the last few weeks, and then this morning it was something where it started going down the road a little faster, and we ended up making the deal.
Following up, did that have anything to do with the Esteves going to the Kansas City Royals, and that maybe he was moving in that direction and you guys pivoted, or was that not related?
No, not related. We had talked and we weren't there. We had conversations with him and a few other folks, and we just felt this was the best thing for our club.
What is his role in your mind, Nick?
Another lefty in the pen, take some of the pressure off of Sam and Brent, and pitch back in innings.
There have been times where you've had like one lefty, or none even times. Is having three proven big league lefties, is that something that you're looking at trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't trying to do it, but it's something when we looked at him versus some other players that were out there on both the trade and the free agent market, we felt this was a really good fit. Just because when you have a guy that's thrown a couple days in a row and he's not available, having another guy that can go get those back end quality outs is really important.
It seems like one of the things you've focused on, like the new guys coming in, are all veterans who have either playoff experience. I think 3 of the 4 big league signees from outside of the organization are additions, right? Were in the playoffs last year. 3 of the 4, well, assuming the other one, but 3 of the 4 have been all-stars. What part of the off the field fit or that kind of thing, how important has that been in some of your decisions?
We've talked about it. It is important to have guys who understand what that grind is like, understand what that playoff grind's like. It starts with Tito. He's managed World Series champions before, and he's gone to another World Series, gone to multiple playoffs. He knows what it's like to bring that to the field every day. Jose Trevino, I spent time on a caravan with him last week, and it's just great to hear him talking about it and what that process is and how important that clubhouse is and how important that daily work is and the quality of that work. It just shows some of these guys. We have a lot of younger players that have not been to the playoffs, and just bringing some playoff experience is a really good thing. You add Lux and Trevino, and both played in the World Series last year. So it is something that we focused on. We think they're good players, and then the playoff experience just adds to what they can bring to the table.
Do you guys make anything different about Rogers' reverse splits having reverse splits last year? He was obviously, I know you mentioned he's better against lefties over his track record, but last year was the opposite. Why do you think that was?
I think he had a 4. You can't quote me, but he had a 420 something batting average on balls in play against lefties. So there is some luck to that. There is you're going to have some reversion to the mean. So I think there's a little bit of luck at play there.
Nick, this is Pat Brennan from the Cincinnati Enquirer. I'm a new voice. I'm looking forward to meeting you here shortly. But I'm wondering if how much top to bottom for the whole roster, and again, barring other things that are out there right now, how much flexibility do you feel like you have for other improvements just across the board at this point?
I mean, I think you're always looking to figure out if you can make improvements to the club, and hopefully we can just continue to add to the club and continue to get better.
Nick, what kind of versatility do you think Terry's going to have in the bullpen overall now, and how important is that to him in your conversations with him?
When you say versatility, do you mean left, right? Do you mean
left, right, and the ability for guys maybe to go longer? I mean, obviously Brent Suter has kind of served that role, also a lefty, but I'm just curious what kind of versatility he would kind of bring, Taylor would bring to to the relief corps.
Yeah, I think Taylor's been mostly a 1 inning guy. I think there's every now and then he'll go a little bit more, but I think that you've got some versatility in both lefty, righty. Having 3 lefties in the pen is great to match with the righties. We've got some competition coming in for some of those last couple spots in the bullpen. We've got some length. We have length options. We've got guys at the back end that have pitched quality back end options. So I do think there's a handful of options there. We also have some non-roster guys or just added to the roster guys that are going to come to camp that who knows what they're going to do, but guys that have had really good Luis May pitched really well in the fall league, and where is he in his development curve? He's a righty, but throws sinkers at 103. Zach Maxwell, same thing. You've got some power arms. You've got some guys that can throw more strikes. So you have options there. I'm excited about this group and seeing where we are in the spring.
It's been a couple of years since Taylor was in, a closing save situation role. Do you feel like he's a good, comfortable option if there's an injury or if there's any sort of scenario like that to put him in and have him in a closing situation?
Yeah, he's done the role before. He's a little bit different than Alexis is, but he has done the role. There is some comfort there. Just having more experience, more quality experience at the back end, and then the ability to get outs is the most important thing.
Nick, do you think the 9th inning is up for grabs? An open competition there going into camp?
I think right now, you got a guy that has been one of the best guys saving games in the National League over the last 2 years. So I think it's his job. It's his job right now.
Anybody else? All right. Thanks, Nick, and thank you guys. We'll be talking.
Thanks, Nick.
All right.
Thanks,
See you
Nick.
guys.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.